Hey guys, this is Frozen Things Studios here, and welcome back to another video. And today, I'm gonna be doing a new series of trailer reviews. I know this video has been long overdue. I've been planning to make this video for a while. I was supposed to release this at the end of July, but I didn't really get a chance to do this. I actually don't know why. I only ended up doing this video now, but oh well. I guess better better to do this late than never. I'm here today to review the popular trailers that have come out this July. And yeah, I got a bunch of trailers in the lineup that I am going to be talking about. Now, not all trailers back in July that I'm gonna review. I'm only gonna review just a select few, the ones that I just thought fancied. I just feel like talking about. So yeah. So anyways, yeah, I am going to be reviewing six trailers in total. So yeah, without further ado, if you want to know my thoughts on these trailers, then just keep watching. So before I start this review, I just want to say how I'm going to review these trailers. I'm going to be arranging them in order from most recent to the least recent. So yeah, I'm sure you know what I mean with that. But anyways, let's get started. So the first trailer that I'm going to be doing a review on is Saw 10 or Saw X. Yeah, this was the most recent trailer of these ones, and then you kind of go backwards and something like that. But yeah, Saw X. So honestly, I'm not really the biggest Saw fan. I think it's an overrated franchise. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't hate the Saw franchise. I haven't even seen every single Saw movie. The only Saw movies I've seen was the first Saw movie, 2017's Jigsaw, Spiral, and Spiral. Yeah, just those three. I haven't seen the others yet though. Maybe I'll eventually watch all of them. I don't know if I even feel like it, but yeah. I mean, no, now I will say this. I like Saw. I understand where they're coming from with Saw. It's just not a horror movie that I probably want to go back to. Maybe one day I'll give the Saw movies a chance and see if they're really if they grow on me, or if I still think they're overrated. The first movie in particular is overrated. One of the more overrated horror movies, and yeah. One of the more overrated horror movies. 2017's Jigsaw is my personal favorite Saw movie. Not much of a high bar because I still think it's just alright. I guess it's just a fine movie. The first Saw movie is fine though, but I enjoyed Jigsaw more. It was just a lot more fun. Spiral is the weakest Saw movie that I've seen, but it's just meh. It's just a flat to surface level, cop movie. I know some people like it because of how different it is from other Saw movies, but I mean, it kind of takes away the whole, but that movie takes away the fun of the Saw franchise because it's just so focused on this detective or cop that no one cares about, and yeah, I can't care. And oh boy, don't get me started on an ending. So yeah. Yeah, I think this Saw franchise has overstayed its welcome, and yeah, now we're getting a 10th Saw movie. I even heard that there's an 11th, a Saw 11, but I don't know if it's really confirmed. I just heard from one source, and it's pretty much it. But yeah, this franchise has gotten a bit tiresome now, and so I wasn't really looking forward to this one. I mean, at least with Fast and Furious, even with 10 films, I still get invested. I still have an interest in watching these movies. Something that that cannot be said the same about Saw. But I gotta say this, after seeing the Saw X trailer, it was actually pretty good, although a pretty overrated trailer. The overrated trailer. I think the trailer has a lot of praise. People praise the trailer to death and say that it's so good, it's gonna be a masterpiece and all that stuff. Yeah. I surprisingly like that. I thought, oh boy, it's not gonna be a good trailer. I was kind of pleasantly surprised by this trailer. I think this movie I mean, it looks like a regular Saw movie, not like Spiral where it's different. It looks like a normal surface level Saw movie, and that's kind of a good thing because I mean, I think this movie is just gonna be just plain fun, but nothing too special. Yeah, it doesn't look anything special. It does look like considering that this looks like a regular Saw movie with nothing special. It does seem like that it's just going to just have the same plot. It won't add anything new. But I mean, one of the things I like about the Saw movies is the kills. And I gotta say, this movie, well, it doesn't show any new kills. Like all the kills are just the ones I've already seen before. But hopefully there's like some new great kills. Like for example, like in Spiral, I will admit the subway kill scene, great. That was a great scene. Like that was something a refreshing kill. So that's kind of the one thing that I'm worried about. Like if there's gonna be like any new kills or if it's just gonna play it safe. The movie does look a little safe. So yeah, but yeah, we'll see how this one goes. When it goes, yeah, we'll see how this one goes. Yeah, also this movie should be pushed to October 6th, the release date, because why not release this in October, or maybe like because it's or maybe because it's released a week before another trailer that I'll be talking about like very shortly. I won't say what it is, but yeah, honestly, I don't like that this movie this movie is getting the release date of September 27th. Out of all release dates. Yeah. I know it's like competing with your Saw and the Paw Patrol, the mighty movie, which oh god, yeah. Paw Patrol did move up 1 week earlier, so now like no more Saw Patrol. Now this movie is going against the creator, which is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. And by the way, I'm not gonna talk about the new creator trailer because it's basically it's kind of like almost the same as the first trailer, just add more Gemma Chan scenes, pretty much more like screen time in the trailer. That's pretty much it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not gonna see some theaters. I'm gonna wait for some digital. Yeah, mainly because I'm gonna watch the creator and some other better movies that are gonna be like coming out. So yeah, coming out. So yeah, and like I'm honestly worried that the creator might flop at the box office because of this movie. I hope not, because I mean, the creator is actually an original sci-fi blockbuster that not many people recognize it. But I hope it like by the time it comes out, people would actually give the movie more recognition, and it would flop, and it'll make more money than Saw X. Like we need people to see an original action sci-fi film over a 10th installment in an overrated horror franchise. So yeah, that's all I gotta say for Saw X. So the second trailer that I'm going to be reviewing is, oh god, the worst of these trailers. And yes, people, this one right here is going to be a trailer rant on The Exorcist Believer. Oh, really? Yeah. People say the Marvel's official trailer is the worst trailer of July 2023. Have you seen this trailer? Yeah, God. Really, David Gordon Green? Really? You're gonna like ruin another legacy horror franchise. First Halloween when the Halloween ends, and now Exorcist with this crap right here. This was in my this was in my least anticipated movies of the year. I don't remember if I made that my least anticipated video, but if I did, this movie would have shown up here. At least it's not a remake, I would say, because I remember like when Jay Bakers made his made a video talking about the 2023 movies, if it's decided for or not. He said that this Exorcist movie is gonna be a remake. It's a remake of the classic. Turns out it's actually a sequel. Like this is a Terminator Dark Fate like sequel where it ignores where it's just a straight up sequel to the original and ignores the continuity of the other sequels. I mean, yeah, never saw the Exorcist sequel, and I don't know if I have any interest in. Well, I don't know. I don't care. So as for my thoughts on the original Exorcist, I like it, but I think it's overrated. Now, don't get me wrong, it's really good. I gave it like an 8 or 9 out of 10, maybe a high 8 or low 9 out of 10. Like, it's a really good movie, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's, like, probably besides The Conjuring, the first two Conjuring movies, The Exorcist is the best exorcism horror movie. Yeah, I'm more of a Conjuring fan than an Exorcist fan. In my opinion. Now, the reason why I think The Exorcist is overrated is because people call it the best of horror movie ever made. It's not to me. It's not. Yeah, there are far better horror movies. Like this, like most of the Scream films are better than The Exorcist. Y'all know my favorite horror movie is Scream Six. I don't, and and the first and also, you got Last Night Soho and as well, like right up there. Also, the original Scream movie is my favorite of the horror classics. And also, you got the Halloween as well, the original, the first Halloween movie. So yeah, I can name far better horror movies than The Exorcist. So yeah, but one thing's for sure, like The Exorcist that deserves to be left alone. But oh god, this movie, god yeah. I mean, I said that this movie was going the Terminator Dark Fate route, not only because it's a straight sequel to the original while ignoring the continuity of the other sequels, but this movie looks like Terminator Dark Fate level bad. This movie looks garbage. I'm sorry, but yeah, David Gordon Green, I do not trust this guy after what he did with Halloween Ends. It looks better than Halloween Ends, I will say that, but that's not much of a compliment because this looks even worse than Halloween Kills. I will say that. Like, where do I even start with this? So first of all, do we really need another attempt on just trying to shove to explain that exorcism those? Looks like this is gonna be another exposition heavy movie where it's just gonna like be like, oh, exorcism, like this is how it works. So you gotta do this to defeat exorcism. The devil's in your mind, and you must have the Jesus save you from the devil or whatever. Yeah, like you have to hold the cross into the devil and be like, oh, the spirit of the Lord compels you, and it's gonna tell you all those stuff that we've already learned for so many years. Yeah, we're getting too much of these exorcist horror movies, and they're all just the same, and they're boring. At least with slasher horror movies, they actually have fun, even if they feel like the same movie with they feel like the same movie with just slashers. Just try to murder people, and then the main characters must find out who it is. At least it's fun, and that's probably the reason why slasher is my favorite horror. It's my favorite type of horror movie, far more than exorcist horror than these exorcism horror movies. Yeah. I mean, like God, I don't know what else is I don't know what else there to say. Oh yeah, and also the CGI and the makeup of the little girl who got exorcised. Oh God, terrible. What is this? And there's a scene at the end of the trailer where it just goes flashy, and oh my God, it's gonna make me nauseated. Blah, blah, blah. And also, it's the scares are, and also this movie is always showing you some cheap jump scares that's not even scary. Yeah, what's pathetic? Pathetic. Yeah. It sucks that there's not much movies to watch in October. The only movie I'm confirming I'm gonna be seeing in theaters is Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon. Killers of the Flower Moon. Otherwise, nah, I don't care. Otherwise, yeah, I may see Five Nights at Freddy's in theaters if Dune Part 2 gets delayed, but if Dune Part 2 stays the same release date in November, then I'll watch Five Nights at Freddy's I'll watch Five Nights at Freddy's on Peacock. We'll see about that, but yeah. But and yes, Five Nights at Freddy's will be a far better horror movie than this piece of crap right here. Yeah, I just know this movie's gonna suck. And I know people's response to the trailer is divisive. Some are hyped for this one because of quote unquote nostalgia, while others agree with me that this movie looks like it's just gonna ruin the Exorcist legacy and just shows that a classic horror movie like that could be touched yet. Yeah, I'd rather watch more Scream movies than this one. Can Scream 7 just come out already? Next trailer that I'm going to be talking about is an animated trailer. And yeah, I have a feeling my subscribers are gonna like, just watch the video just for this one trailer right here. I hope that the other live action trailers get recognition too, but yeah. Next up is Illumination's Migration. Yeah, despite my history with Illumination, with my hatred towards Illumination, I was hoping that this year could actually be a breath of fresh air for Illumination. Like where Illumination wouldn't release any bad movies. Well, unlike next year where my least anticipated movie of 2024 is an Illumination movie. Oh, yeah, I think you'll know what I'm talking about. But I think 2023 so far has been such a breath of fresh air for Illumination, as they literally created a masterpiece. Yeah, I'm referring to the Super Mario Bros. Movie back in April, which is a masterpiece. It's Illumination's first masterpiece, that you ever made, and the best Illumination movie by a landslide. No other Illumination movies come close, because the other Illumination movies are rather just decent at best. But I mean, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is the first Illumination movie to go above decent. But although the reason as to why, however, I don't think it'll change the fact that Illumination is still the worst studio, because the main reason as to why the Super Mario Bros. Movie ended up as good as it is because of Nintendo's interference. Yeah, I bet the movie would be much worse if Nintendo didn't like interfere with the project. As a result, looks like we're getting another flat, safe, surface level animated flick with the migration. I will say though, it doesn't look bad. Especially in comparison to most other Illumination movies, I think this will be one of the quote unquote best Illumination movies. One of them, like top five. But it looks alright at best. It looks fine. I guess it looks nothing special. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would say though, the animation is great. The character designs on the ducks, like it looks like one of the better looking Illumination movies yet. This guy looks absolutely gorgeous, and the backgrounds in the forest look beautiful too. So I'm glad Illumination is trying out something new and not trying to have their animation play it fairly safe. I like the soundtrack choices of this trailer. It starts out with my favorite Pharrell Williams song, my favorite Despicable Me song from the second film, like Just a Cloud Away, with the fame is temporary, the sun, blah blah blah, just a cloud away, way, way. Yeah, I love. In the second half of the trailer they play I'm a Survivor, which yeah, great song. I'm a survivor. Yeah, that song. Yeah, cool, great song choices, and yeah, it's an enjoyable trailer just because of the music. However, my problem with the trailer, the movie already based on the trailer, is the story. Wow. Yeah, the story. It looks generic at best. This trailer is basically based on the trailer plot. It sounds like it's basically just gonna be another, we've been stuck here for years. I wanna see the world, but the world isn't as safe as I expected. Really? How many times are we gonna hear the plot in an animated movie over and over and over again? Up to the point where it's just annoying. There's some animated movies that actually do this plot really well, execute really well, about the main character being stuck in the same place for forever and wants to explore the world. One perfect example of that being Tangled, my favorite animated movie of 2010, which I will review as a part of Disney's 100th anniversary. But Migration, it looks obvious. It's just fairly generic at this point. I'm just sick of that. I want to see the world plot. And even Pinocchio, another movie where the main character wants to go out and see the world, but it's still like, oh, we should stay here. Yeah, yeah. And the humor is as cliche as you get. Like it, as far as and it made me roll my eyes. Like for example, the Aquafina bird is like trying to like find you saying, "Oh, it's totally safe," and then she gets hit by a truck. Yeah, that is generic right there. Like that's so predictable. I literally rolled my eyes. Like I was like, let me guess, Aquafina bird is gonna get hit by a truck. Guess what? She does. So yeah, I don't care about this movie. I'm gonna wait for this movie in digital. Like, I think there are better movies to watch. Yeah. Okay. Next trailer I'm gonna be reviewing is at long last a movie that I am actually hyped for, and that is Blue Beetle. Yeah. Blue Beetle. This Blue Beetle. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for a second trailer of for a second trailer of this movie, and yeah, we got it. Yeah, I know DC is in the DCU has been in the DCU has been in a complete like you know the DCU has been going on a downward spiral now. As they've been releasing flop after flop after flop. The last DCU movie that got like the last time a DCU did good at the box office was Shazam, and it's not even good. Like it's not even like that good at the box office. Like good at the box office. It's just all right. It's just all right, but at least it still made money. Because of its low budget, but we got Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 84, which for the Suicide Squad, which both Wonder Woman 84 and Suicide Squad understandable as to why they flopped because of the pandemic. And then we got Black Adam, Shazam, Fear of the Gods, and the Flash, and yeah, Blue Beetle is being projected to be like arguably the biggest flop of the DCU, as it's only projected to make 12 to 7 million dollars in opening weekend. But I'm certainly I'm certain gonna see this movie theater because I am even more hyped for this movie, and this trailer just got me even more hyped. Remember when I said Heart of Stone was my most anticipated movie of the month? Well, now Blue Beetle is my most. Now I'm more hyped for Blue Beetle, and as it is my most anticipated movie of this month. I'm actually seeing this movie first before Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Gran Turismo. As you know, both of them got. I'm actually seeing this movie first before TMNT Mutant Mayhem. It's okay with that because I'm actually more excited for this than Mutant Mayhem. Yeah, Blue Beetle looks like an absolute blast. It looks like an absolute blast, and this trailer was leaps and bounds better than the first trailer. Better than the first trailer. Yeah, it may on the surface level it may seem like a light-hearted family DC movie like Shazam, but it looks like it's gonna have a lot more action than both movies. Both movies and and yeah, this movie looks like an absolute blast. And I think this movie has the perfect runtime to be able to film in a superhero movie like this. So yeah, where do I even start with this? So first of all, Sholo Marinduena, aka Miguel Diaz from Cobra Kai, looks like he's got it as the role. Like he looks like he's good, the perfect choice for Blue Beetle, and looks like Blue Beetle is gonna be one of my new favorite DC heroes. He just looks like a great superhero, and I love that this movie looks like this movie looks like it's eliminating all these superhero cliches and just making it a straight fun harmless movie. Like there's no I mean Jaime doesn't even hide his superhero identity. This movie looks like it would have been so easy for Jaime to hide his superhero identity and keep it a secret, but I mean, I love the idea of having the whole family just see Jaime transform into a superhero right in front of them. It's a nice refresher. It's a nice refresher to see like that, and looks like Jaime isn't gonna be a love interest. Although I kind of ship him with that I kind of ship him with Jenny, to be honest. But I don't know how it goes. So and it looks like it's gonna be a movie about family. It looks like it's gonna tackle the movie. It's gonna tackle a family message similar to Shazam, like similar to Shazam, Jaime said, look, my family, that's what makes me strong. Yeah, and it looks like we're seeing a lot more from this trailer. Of course, well, in the start, you got like the same stuff as the first trailer where we see Jaime transform into transform into Blue Beetle and transform into Blue Beetle and then like getting into trouble, like all that stuff, how he like stops the break cuts the bus in half with a shield, those stuff. And then the second half is where we see all the new stuff. Yeah, we see more of the villains. I will admit though that the Susan Sandron villain, she looks kind of weak, honestly. She looks like a very generic villain. But I will say, Rip Cord, the mech suit villain guy, the fighter villain, is going to be a great villain. Like, he actually does look like an actual threat, and and he looks like such a badass villain. And he looks like a badass villain, and you even see like Miguel, Oh, sorry, I mean Jaime, fearing him. So yeah, fearing him, what's there to say in the end? And my God, the action scenes, they look very intense. I mean, I love that this movie is going to be combining the lighthearted and dark tone, just like Shazam. If Shazam can be able to balance those two elements greatly, I'm sure Blue Beetle can. Blue Beetle can, yeah. And look, it looks like Sholomar Dweller is also showing off his Cobra Kai karate moves, as we like, especially in the tunnel scene. So yeah, the CGI looks great. I love the suit looks practical, like not a CGI suit. We need more like that. And yeah, oh yeah, and also my favorite part of the trailer is the ending when this when Jaime's abuelita, I think mom, when Jaime's mom would pretty much grabs a gun and then just straight up shoots the armies, the mech armies, and like while screaming, yeah, that is some badass girl power right there. Like, yeah, that is some girl power right there. So yeah. I have a feeling Blue Beetle could be my second favorite DC movie of the year. I think it'll be on par with The Flash, but maybe it might be a bit better because it at least has a better leads. We'll see about that, but hopefully this movie will be at least decently received. Like it'll be at least 70% of Rotten Tomatoes. It'll at least be solidly received. I don't expect this to be a groundbreaking superhero movie until I get rave reviews, but hopefully people at least like this movie. Yeah, I predict this will be my second favorite DCU movie of the year. Shazam Fear the Gods, I don't think it'll be tough because it's just, I love Shazam Fear the Gods. Okay, anyway, for real this time, now let's get into Wonka trailer. So yeah, I will admit though, when this movie was first announced, I thought this was a pretty bad idea, and we did not need a Wonka prequel. Yeah, and yes, this is basically a prequel of how Willy Wonka became Willy Wonka and made the chocolate factory. It's like an origin story of Willy Wonka like that. And on paper, this seems like a terrible idea. No one wants to see. No one wants to see. Just to see a unwritten story of Willy Wonka. What I will say is though, there are some green flags here that actually would get me curious about to see this movie being good. You know, first of all, it's from the same director as the Paddington films, Paul King. Like he knows how to make family magic, and we saw that magic with the Paddington films. And of course, Timothy Chalamet. Yeah, Timothy Chalamet to me is the main reason I'm watching this movie. I'm gonna be seeing this movie because I love Timothy Chalamet. This guy can do no wrong. This guy can do even his weakest role in Don't Look Up still great as he is the best. He was the best character in Don't Look Up, despite that movie being a huge disappointment. Huge disappointment. But yeah, looks like Timothy Chalamet is doing it again with this movie. Yeah. I think I mentioned this already before, but oh wait, no, I didn't yet. But yeah, Wonka comes out in January in my country, and like I said, like close to my birthday, so I'm gonna be seeing this movie on my birthday, and it looks like it's gonna be a great movie gift. Yet, despite the idea of this being a really unnecessary idea, I think this movie will be good. Will it be an amazing, brilliant masterpiece? Nah, I mean yeah, it's certainly I doubt this will even come close to the Paddington movies. But what I like about this trailer is that it looks very charming and visually like stunning. Yeah, you can see the charm and magic is present in this one. It looks like it's gonna have the same magic as the same magic as you'd expect in a Willy Wonka movie. And Willy Wonka movie. I mean, this movie looks very charming. And the visuals in this movie look absolutely beautiful. The production design is just spot on, and the visuals, especially with the scene when these guys were where these guys were like flying I don't like pretty much these guys were like floating in the air. Yeah, beautiful. And this movie has such a stacked cast as well. Rowan Atkinson, Sally Field, Hugh Grant, some other things. Jim, I forgot his last name, but I've seen like he's a popular guy. Yeah, it looks like this movie looks like it has a great cast. But Timothy Chalamet will obviously be the standout here. I mean, now I know there are some people who say that Timothy Chalamet is overacting. People complain about that because Timothy Chalamet is mostly known for his his more serious roles, but I mean, I like his energy. I like that this feels like a breath of fresh air for Timothy Chalamet, and as I really love his over the top acting. Like I really buy into that. Like it was a lot of fun, and it looks like Timothy Chalamet it looks like Timothy Chalamet is the male version Jenna Ortega, where he's literally everywhere now, and he'll always and he never misses. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see Timothy Chalamet and Jenna Ortega in a movie together. The music is also really good. I think the music is the best part of the trailer. It's just beautiful music, and yeah, not much else to say about this trailer. I don't think this will be a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. I will say though that this is my second most anticipated movie of December. My personal most anticipated movie of this Christmas would be Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, which I hope we get a trailer for that film very soon. I can't wait for that trailer. But yeah, Wonka, even if I'm only able to see it on December, I'm still excited for this movie. Don't think this will be a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. Well, we'll see about that, but yeah. But yeah. Alright guys, one more trailer to go. And it looks like I'm actually already done talking about the movie trailers, because this last trailer here is a TV show. And I've saved the best trailer for last. I've saved the best of these trailers for last. And yes, the last trailer I'm going to be reviewing is Ahsoka. And yes, people, this is my favorite of the trailers that I'm reviewing. Yeah, I absolutely love this trailer. Yeah, and as you all know, yes, I'm sure you all know that I put Ahsoka as my profile pic because it is like my most anticipated piece of media to come out this month. I'm very sure it's gonna be the best thing to come out this month. Yeah, I mean, wow, this trailer blew me away. This trailer absolutely blew me away. Like, OMG. Now, I will admit though, I think the teaser trailer is slightly better. I think the teaser trailer is just better, just by a smidge, but this official trailer, yeah, it really got my blood pumping. I think this could be the best Star Wars show, and maybe it even has potential to be the best piece of Star Wars media that I've ever seen yet. Looks like everything what I praised about Secret Invasion is gonna like it's gonna be in this one, like it's gonna go to this film, like everything I was hyped, everything I expected from with Secret Invasion, like being the best Disney Plus show of the year, being like all that stuff, and being like in my top 10 favorite shows. It looks like Ahsoka is gonna take that credit. Yeah, as I think that this is going to be the best Disney Plus show of the year. Yeah, Plus show of the year, and yeah, and, and yeah, it looks like August is the best time to release a Star Wars show. I mean, two of my favorite Star Wars shows are in August, like Andor, which is now my favorite Star Wars show, came out in August, and now Ahsoka. Yeah, but it looks like August is the perfect time for these Star Wars shows. These Star Wars shows, and I know that Star Wars has been an active franchise lately. We haven't even gotten a new Star Wars movie yet. And we're not gonna get one until like 2026 or something. But at least we still got to be fed with these great shows. And for the most part, I've liked these Star Wars shows. The only one that I don't like is the Book of Boba Fett. The Book of Boba Fett it is one of the worst, which is honestly one of the worst things to come out of Star Wars. But I mean, yeah, I think these Star Wars shows get way too much hate. The Disney Plus Star Wars shows. I mean, I defended Obi-Wan Kenobi and Mandalorian season 3. Even though Mandalorian season 3 is, on reflection, the weakest Mandalorian season, it's still a really damn good season. Good season. Yeah. Really damn good season. But Ahsoka, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this show will be well received. It's not gonna get hated, because I'm just sick of Disney Plus shows getting hate all the time. I think this show just looks beyond epic and stuff. Like, first of all, this is a sequel. This looks like a sequel to Star Wars Rebels, which, fun fact, guys, Star Wars Rebels is my introduction to Star Wars. Like, like before I even saw any of the episodic live action Star Wars movies, I saw Star Wars Rebels, and Star Wars Rebels is what got me into Star Wars. And yeah, like this is the first. That was the first piece of Star Wars media that I ever saw. And yeah, it's gonna have to feel very nostalgic to see your characters like in like not all Star Wars Rebels characters are in this one. In particular, just Hera and Sabine. Yeah, in this one, and also Ashoka. And yes, I'm aware that Ashoka is a fan favorite character, Star Wars character. I wouldn't go as far as putting her among my favorite, live action, among my favorite Star Wars characters. But yeah, she would most certainly be in my top 10 favorite Star Wars characters. And although I will admit though, while I do prefer animated Ashoka slightly more than live action Ashoka, live action Ashoka is still gonna be really good, and Rosario Dawson looks like she's gonna crush it as Ashoka. But honestly, it looks like the other female characters are gonna steal the show from her. I mean, if Ashoka herself isn't gonna be great enough, I think I think there's like 3 characters who I think are gonna be even better than are going to be better than Ahsoka. You got Mary Elizabeth Winstead's Hera, which Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Hera is a perfect casting choice, and that the CGI of her is just perfect. I think she's just a better CGI than live action. That she just has a better live action design than Ahsoka, I guess. And I think she could be Mary Elizabeth Winstead's best performance since Scott Pilgrim vs. the World back in 2010. There's also this also Sabine, who I think Sabine could be this. I think I'm predicting that Sabine could be the standout, as Sabine is my favorite Star Wars character, and yeah, and my God, and honestly, Sabine, the long hair Sabine, to be specific, is already my new Star Wars crush, and yeah, Star Wars crush, and she gives me Mulan vibes. Like she's basically Star Wars Mulan in space, where she cuts her hair and just to disguise herself as a to become a badass warrior. She just pretty much cuts her hair and looks like a man, and I really buy that honestly. And there's also even a villain who I think could be a top tier, who I think could be the best Star Wars villain since Darth Vader. I forgot the name, but it's the white hair girl. I know she's like an assistant to the main villain. But I mean, my God, yeah, yeah, my God, yeah. But yeah, the white hair female villain. Oh my goodness, yeah, she looks really badass, and she looks so terrified. Like especially like with her the forest fight in with her versus Sabine, which by the way that is probably gonna be my favorite scene in the show, as it was my favorite part of the trailer, like their fight in the dark forest. Yeah, the white hair villain. Yeah, I forgot her name. I don't remember, but maybe I'll probably remember it once I see the show. Yeah. It's either Sabine or that villain who's gonna be my favorite character in the show. We shall see after I see the show. And yeah, yeah. I mean, this was like the most one of the more visually stunning Star Wars shows. I think Andor is still has slightly better visuals, but this one it looks really good. It looks like it's gonna be actual lightsaber battles, it looks like it's gonna have some of the best lightsaber duels I've seen in a really long time. I mean, if the Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show isn't epic enough, this show looks like it's gonna have even more kick-ass lightsaber duels, and yeah, this looks more like a proper Star Wars project than any of the shows we've got. Like this, it looks like it's gonna have more of the Star Wars feel to it. So yeah. Yeah, I am so ready for Ahsoka. We got like 3 more weeks to go before this show comes out. And yeah, I am already gushing about this show. Could this stop The Last of Us as the best show of the year? Well, maybe I wouldn't go that far, but I know that I predict that this will be my second favorite show of the year. If this actually tops The Last of Us as the best show of the year, then I'll be stunned. But The Last of Us is just too good to be topped, so we'll have to wait and see about that. But if it's not my favorite show of the year, it will at least be my second favorite. It'll at least be a close second. So yeah, can't wait for Ahsoka. Okay, so that's all for my trailer reviews of these 6 trailers. If I were to rank these trailers, it would be number 1 Ahsoka, number 2 Blue Beetle, number 3 Wonka, number 4 Saw X, number 5 Migration, and actually Saw X and Migration are kind of tied. Since I think they both go back and forth, but Saw X looks a little more fun, and Exorcist Believer is obviously the worst of these trailers. So yeah, that's all for me. So yeah, what is your opinion of these trailers, and which movie of these are you more excited for? I mean, are you the most hyped for? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my rant on Meg to the Trench. And yes, I gonna see this one in theaters. Don't ask me why. I'll explain why I saw this movie in theaters in my Meg 2 rant. So yeah, bye guys.